This is Marti Gould Cummings reporting for Broadway Speaks Out at the 2009 Emery Awards for the Hedrick Martin Institute, which is home of the Harvey Milk School. And we're with Kimora Lee Simmons, who I'm going to borrow this outfit when she's done.
It would fit you better.
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
You.
So you're here tonight for the Harvey Milk School, and how do you, I mean, you're a mother, so how do you feel about, you know, putting this equality into the school system?
I think it's a little bit, it's not so much about, to me, it's not about putting equality into the school system. To me, I'm also a board member here. It's about a school where anyone can go to this school. This is an opportunity that's open to anybody, but these are kids who feel a little bit left out for whatever reason, which are many reasons. And I think it's very important to have a school where, you know, education is first and it's not about all the other BS.
They're allowed to study and not get picked on, or
but for whatever reason, it could be gender, it could be race, it could be sexual preference, identity, a lot of things. Like when I was younger, I would have loved to have had an opportunity to go to a school like this. And I'm also, I said that, a board member. So I've worked for a long time with Hedrick Martin and Harvey Milk, and being a mother, I feel like all of these kids are my kids. So I always check in on them, and I want them to be okay. And they're very okay, as I think you'll see tonight. I'm the MC of the evening, the MC-tress.
I love it. Well, thank you for using your name and your celebrity to speak out for this great cause.
Thank you. I love all my kids.
We're with Lance Bass. Welcome.
Hello. Well, thank you very much.
So this is obviously an event for kids who are struggling with coming out of the closet, and they're, you know, going to high school where they're safe. So how did you ever think there would be a place like this?
You know, I think growing up, I always hoped there'd be a place like that. I think it's silly that we have to, you know, have places like this for people to feel more comfortable going to school and having an education. But you know, right now and at this time, it is necessary to have places like this to give someone a safe place to, you know, really just learn what they need to learn about life and not have to worry about people, you know, bagging on them.
And do you think, you know, it's, you know, one of the biggest issues in our country right now, gay marriage, do you think it's going to happen in our nation at some point?
Well, I mean, it of course is going to happen. You know, eventually gay marriage is going to be legalized. It's just a matter of time. I just wish everyone else would realize that, so we would stop spending all the money on trying to fight it and for it. And I think we spent way too much energy and money, especially in a crisis like this, over a stupid issue like this that just is common sense to make it legalized.
Well, thank you for coming out and being a voice for us.
Anytime.
Thanks. Good to meet you. Oscar speech was the single most inspiring thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that you were going to just give that?
No, of course not. No, I mean, I thought about it if I ever had the chance to get up and say something, what I would say, and then it sort of came out. You know, the world goes into slow motion for that 2 minutes.
Kind of like surreal.
It's very, very surreal. It's the scariest moment.
What did you think? Because you were kind of put on this platform when you won the Academy Award to be like a spokesperson for the LGBT movement. How does that feel for you?
It's a great responsibility. It is. I mean, I know that in New York and LA, where I've been living, you know, we don't always hear about the challenges that young people have. But in places like San Antonio, or I was just in Michigan, it's still very conservative, and kids are still hearing that they are less than, you know, that they don't have the right to excel or access to the same rights and protections that every other American has. And it's like someone has to speak out for them. So if I have that opportunity to get out there and say, hey, you are equal, and you do have a bright future, you know, I take that very seriously.
Well, we thank you for doing that and for using your platform to help us. And
thanks.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
Okay,
I love what you do as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Fantastic.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
So the National Equality March was like the biggest event of the year, and you put that together.
Yeah, and I owe such a great debt to the people of New York. I was so grateful. I spent a lot of time here in the months leading up to the march. I knew we couldn't do it without New York, and New York turned out in a big way. So I love this town forever.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many buses just from New York and all over the country who came. Did you expect that big of a turnout?
Well, you know, everybody was saying right up to the day before the march that it wasn't going to happen, that no one was going to go. I was sure it was going to happen. I was sure it was going to be huge. But I was astonished by the turnout. And it was so incredible at about 5 minutes to 12. About 100,000 people just appeared out of nowhere. It was just insane, and it was so exciting. But the turnout from New York was critical. It happened, and I'm very, very grateful.
And hopefully pretty soon our Senate here will vote for equality.
Yeah, maybe they can find the keys to the chamber and figure out what party they belong to, you know, and do the right thing.
It was supposed to happen today. Didn't happen.
But I got to say one thing for the New York State Senate Democrats. they make the California legislature look competent and compassionate.
Yes, well, thank you for putting together all that you've done, and it's so good to see you again.
Good to see you.
What's up? How are you? Oh, Judy Gold!
Here I am, but I'm not Abe Lincoln.
You're not Abe Lincoln
Can you
tonight.
believe it?
You look beautiful.
I had to take my conch off and everything. It was like,
oh my God.
yeah, you know, we had a big one.
You had a big one, of course, of course.
Plus
That's how
the
you roll,
president.
honey.
Yeah,
That's how you
hello.
roll. So we're not at, the Bette Midler thing tonight. Tonight's for the gay kids.
It's for the gay kids, and I got to tell you, I was a gay kid.
Did you ever think there'd be a school like this?
I never thought there'd be a school like this. And you know, it's funny, because initially I heard about it, and I'm like, oh, I don't want them segregated. I don't want them segregated. And then I met the kids, and then I came to one of their events, and I was like, oh, I got it. And it's really so important, so amazing. I mean, these kids get kicked out of their homes. They're bullied beyond any of our bullying when we were growing up. Actually, I was bullied pretty bad. But yeah, but to have a safe place to go, to feel like I'm not a freak, to feel like I have a future, how can you say no to that?
So important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. And
you're welcome.
And for teaching your kids good morals.
Oh, yeah!
Did you ever think there would be a high school like this for gay people?
I never, it came into my consciousness before I ever thought about whether I would ever see that happening in the future. But I've been to the school. It's amazing. I've worked with Hedrick Martin the last couple of years. And I dare anyone to go spend time at the school and not be so touched by these kids. The things they do on a daily basis, and the candor and their whole demeanor. It's pretty amazing. You know, for us, a bad day is not being able to, get a cab, or you're tired, and I had a fight with my mom. For them, a bad day is they get kicked out of the house, and they don't have a place to live, and they don't have they haven't washed their clothes in 3 days. So it's pretty amazing. I'm proud to be here and to help represent Hedrick Martin.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your support and have fun. We're with BD Wong, who will be appearing in our benefit on November 30th.
Hi, everybody.
I'm so excited for that.
Thanks.
And we're here today for the Harvey Milk High School. So did you ever think there would be a school like this?
Well, I hope there would. I kind of remember, I don't know, the feelings of being in high school, and I wasn't one of those kids that needed to go to a high school like this, but I don't know what I can say except that it is a great thing that there is such a thing.
And you work closely with this organization and the Ali Fournet Center, so when did you decide to start using your celebrity to speak out for these kids?
I kind of in the process of coming out, basically. I think the reason to be a celebrity in the first place is to try to lend your visibility to causes and organizations that you believe in, and these are really have always been on the top of my list as a person just attending them, and so kind of being able to work with them has been really a big part of a satisfying part of being an out actor and a person that is kind of in the public eye. So it's kind of a given to me.